Seattle's mayor signed the law allowing the construction of more and bigger backyard cottages. Seattle City Council have been discussing this topic for years now.
Now, the mayor and others were pushing for the law because they say it helps to create environmentally sustainable living options. Opponents, though, worry the cottages would overcrowd neighborhoods and also street parking. Our Kelly Greenberg joins us live now in Queen Anne at one of the cottages to explain what people need to know about the rule changes. Callie?
So you likely won't see it from the front, but if you come to the backyard, you'll find a cottage like this one. You've been able to build a cottage in Seattle since 2009, but starting in August, those rules are going to change, which is why we brought in Bruce Parker here. He is the founder of a company called Micro House. You have built about 100 of these in the Seattle area. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about this one right here?
Sure thing. So this is Sandra's cottage. She plans on moving in, and it's 800 square feet, so that's the current limit now, and the proposed code changes will increase the allowable square footage from 800 to 1,000 square feet, allow them to be a little bit taller, and there's a couple other code. I mean, some of the minor changes. The owner occupancy covenant or requirement will go away. So currently, owners are required to live on the property if they're going to have an accessory dwelling unit. That requirement will go away. And the other thing is parking. So those last two are a little more controversial than the others.
Yeah, a couple different things, but it essentially makes it easier to build one of these and have people live in it.
Yes, and so it ultimately makes things a little bit easier for people. I mean, there's plenty of challenges, and each project is a little bit unique. Here, parking is required, so there's a parking space downstairs, but there was also parking waiver, so we were able to get a waiver for the second parking space that would have been required. Now it won't be.
Gotcha. So now that it's raining,
let's
head in. Let's go take a peek inside.
Quick peek.
And while we're walking inside, why don't you tell me, how much does it cost to build one of these?
So the cost varies quite a bit, and as you might imagine, there's a lot of conditions that are particular to each site that change, but also the size. So when people call me and ask me that question off the cuff, I usually say between $250,000 and $350,000, which is a pretty broad range. But there's, again, a lot of depends. And then typically what we do during the design process, or at least at the very beginning for the initial, is we get together with the contractor and put together a more detailed budget for people so they can make a good determination whether they can go ahead with the project or not.
Yes, and I know that's a hefty price tag, but it sounds like people can live here with their family. Some people are renting it out, a lot of different uses.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Appreciate it. We'll send it back to you guys.